once you're here, just find a comfortable position. If this works for you, great. If you want to go to simple cross-legged, that's fine too. We're gonna stretch those arms up to the sky. Big reach. You can take your gaze up as well. Feel like your tailbone is reaching down for the earth. We're gonna take that right hand down to the side. Feeling that nice side stretch here. Try to anchor through that left sit bone. I'm gonna push off the ground with an inhale. Exhale over to the left side. Right arm up. We're gonna do a little flow with this here, pressing up with that inhale. Exhale up and over. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And as you go back to your right side, I want you to stay there for a moment. If your neck and shoulder is really tight, it could feel better to bring your hand behind your head, elbow slightly forward. We're going to round the spine, so you want to feel like you're taking your top armpit down for the earth. You can also reach through that arm, the arm that's already down there. Feel like you're pushing the ground away. And then inhale, circle that arm up. Remember, hand can be behind your head as well. Drop down into your tail. Inhale, lift through your heart. And then coming back to that normal side bend. And then circling that up, reaching that up. Other side we go. Up and over to the left. You can bring that hand behind your head if you want to. We're gonna spiral down, taking that top armpit for the earth. That left hand is pushing the ground away. That right arm is reaching for it. Try to keep that right sit bone anchored. And then inhale, come back up through the side stretch, and then bringing that arm behind you a little bit. Try to roll this bottom shoulder back. Heart up, tail down. Take a big deep breath into your heart. And then coming back into that normal side bend. And then reach it back up. Good. Now from here, I want you to cactus those arms, chest up, tail down. Let those arms come down and just shake that out for one moment here. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and circle those arms back up. Right arm is gonna reach back, left arm is gonna reach forward. See if you could take your gaze to that back hand, taking your eyes to the corners. Inhale up, we're gonna switch sides. Left arm goes back, right arm goes forward, taking your gaze to the corners of your eyes. Good, let's do it one more to each side. Inhale, exhale. Chest is wide. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And cactus those arms. Exhale. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Very nice. We're gonna come back onto all fours here. Shake out your feet. We're gonna find ourselves in a downward dog position, so curling those toes under. You're gonna inhale as you exhale, stretching your hips up, allowing that chin to fall to your chest here. Feel that sense that you're pushing the ground away, pressing through the tips of your fingers. Allow yourself to pedal those heels, one down and then the other. And just taking that gentle oscillation. Nice, now from here, we're gonna round our spine. Coming into a nice high plank position. Feel free to drop down onto your knees or stay where you are. We're gonna come all the way down and we're gonna stay down here. So once you are down, I want you to feel your hands are right underneath your shoulders. And I want you to just kind of do a little shoulder roll here, rolling it up and back, just one at a time. And then take a moment to let that go. We're gonna bring our arms into a goalpost position. And with that goalpost position, I want you to lengthen out of your legs here. I want you to feel like your pelvis is nice and heavy to the earth. spreading those fingers nice and wide. You're going to inhale, lift up your chest. And as you do so, I want you to really anchor into your pubic bone. Pull your low belly away from the ground and roll those shoulders back and down. Legs are long and energized. Inhale to lower back down. Exhale, you're gonna lift back up. So once you feel like you're lifted through the heart, your tailbone reaches back. I want you to feel your ribs are down, but your low belly is toning in and up. With my hands, I feel like I'm kind of pulling myself forward, but try to keep reaching back through that tail. You should feel a lot of sensation in the upper back. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, we're gonna lift back up. Heart comes forward. Nice. Now from here, belly is toning in. You can lower your chest down just a little bit. I want you to keep your elbows down, but lift up your hands. And then I want you to lower those hands and forearms. Keep rolling your shoulders back, and then we're gonna lift up again. This starts to feel like a lot of tension in your lower back. Keep pushing down into your pubic bone. That's gonna make you feel like you're reaching your tailbone back. And your legs being energized will help. Good, now we're gonna lift up our hands. We're gonna lift up our elbows. So your chest might lower, that's fine. Lower your elbows, lift your elbows. Keep toning that belly in. The back of your neck should be nice and long. One more time here. Now hold those elbows up and then lower it all down. You can take your gaze over to the right side for a moment. Just kind of let go of some tension. And we're gonna lift our head up and look over to the left. And then we're gonna bring our gaze back down to the earth. We're gonna push our hands down as we lift up our chest. This time we're lifting up those arms. Arms go up. Arms go down. Now, again, if this is hurting your lower back, you feel more tension there than anywhere else, I want you to lower your chest down a little bit. Doesn't have to be so high. Now hold those arms up. Stretch your arms back. Feel like you're pressing the back of the neck to the ceiling, lifting up through the heart. Can you press down through your legs a little bit more? We're gonna start pumping those arms as that belly draws in and up off the floor. Just try to feel like your tummy is light to the floor. Pumping those arms, pressing your feet down. We're just here for 5, chest is wide. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your arms stay long and back. Let your chest come down, let your arms come down. Take your gaze to the left. Let that right side of your head rest down. Let everything go. And then take it to the other side. And then take your gaze back down. We're gonna bring those hands underneath our shoulders. Elbows are hugging in. You can let your knees stay down or they can lift up. We're gonna press ourselves up into either a plank or a modified plank. My knees are down. And then from here, you're gonna press, lift up into your downward dog. And taking a moment to pedal those feet. Shake out your head, your neck, your shoulders. And around your spine, coming back into that plank. Good. And from here, we're gonna slowly come all the way back down, whether you're on your knees or not, all the way down. Now from here, I want you to roll onto your back. We're gonna do a little intentional core set here. So flipping yourself over, your knees will be bent, your feet are flat. And we're gonna start with a nice little pelvic tilt here. So I want you to imagine there's a little marble in the middle of your hip bones, okay? And from there, I want you to take that marble, roll it to your belly button. And as you do that, your lower back will sink down. Try to feel like your feet are light here, your glutes are light. So it's the pelvic muscles tilting your pelvis. Now that marble's at the belly button. Let's roll it back into the middle and then roll that marble towards your pubic bone. You'll notice your lower back lifts just a little bit more. Try to feel like your ribs stay relaxed. Now we're gonna exhale, roll the marble back through the middle, hugging it back towards the belly button. Again, your feet are light, your legs are light. They're gonna wanna engage, they're gonna wanna help you. But when we turn off those bigger muscles, these smaller muscles get a chance to fire. Rolling that marble back through the middle, through the pubic bone. Feel that little lift of the lower back. This kind of feels a little bit more like a stretch. And then exhale if you can, roll it back to your belly button. Don't get too tripped up on the breath here. It's a tool, not a rule. And then you're gonna roll it back to the pubic bone. Try to notice as those bigger muscles want to engage, especially when that marble goes to the belly button, light through the legs, the glutes. Let those big muscles go. Feel your ribs stay heavy as you send that marble back towards the pubic bone. Good. Now we're just gonna start to soften it back into the middle so you don't feel like you're working either way. Once you're there, marble's in the middle. This is your neutral spine. You're gonna roll the marble to the right side. We're gonna come back through center. We're gonna roll the marble to the left side. Come back to center. Roll the marble to the right. Notice that your legs wanna kind of sway with you. Try to keep your legs still so that you're just moving your hips. It's a hip isolation. Your legs wanna move, your rib cage might wanna move. You might not feel like you're moving very much if those other parts of your body aren't moving, and that's okay. We're learning, we're creating this range of motion. So just a little side to side. Good. Now start to bring that marble back into the middle, and we're gonna go through all those directions in a circle. So marble to the belly button, send it over to the right hip, to the pubic bone, the left hip, up to the belly button, over to the right hip, pubic bone, left hip, belly button. Now try to disengage your strong legs, your strong glutes. Try to keep your ribs quiet as you're rolling that marble around through the belly button, the right hip, the pubic bone, the left hip, back up to the belly button. Now pause there. We're going to reverse that direction, which takes your brain sometimes a moment to catch up. Left hip, pubic bone, right hip, belly button. Left hip, pubic bone, right hip. Let's do that one more time all the way through. Belly button, left hip, pubic bone, right hip, back up to the belly button. Disengage those strong legs. Good, so you should feel that low belly. We call it the seatbelt muscle. It goes hip bone to hip bone. We're gonna keep working that muscle while we got it here. So I want you to tilt that marble back to the belly button. Try to let go of those strong legs as you bring one leg up in a tabletop, 90 at the knee, 90 at the hip crease. Other leg comes up here. So both legs are in tabletop. Now keep hugging that marble to the belly button. You're gonna feel a challenge to do that here. You're gonna keep this bend of the knee. Try not to change it. As you lower your left thigh down, your heel will tap, and then inhale it back up. We'll do that with the right leg now. Try not to change the angle of the knee as you move through the thigh. A lot of times people bend the knee to tap it down, and that changes the exercise. You don't feel it as much. But you think about exhaling that leg down, inhaling up. See if you can only go as low as you can keep your ribs heavy to the floor and that marble hugging to the belly button. So you feel your lower back is sinking down, and it's through that tilting of the pelvis, really feeling that low belly helping you. Do one more here on this right side, bringing it up. Now option to do both legs. If it's too much, go back to one leg. Now I'm gonna ask you to only go down just a few inches and then to bring it back up. Okay, so exhale, lower just a few inches. Try to keep hugging that lower back down, and then bring it up. And you'll notice, start really small, and then you'll be able to go a little bit further. Again, keep the knee angle the same. You want to exhale down, keep hugging your pubic bone to your belly button. And again, that's marble curling, rolling to your belly button. You want to feel like you're shortening the space of your pubic bone curling up towards the navel as well. Relax those shoulders. See if you're able to go just a little bit lower, but play with it. Only go as low as you can keep that lower back hugging down. Ribs are hugging down. Finish that one you're on, and then just give your knees a little hug. Rock side to side. I know the hip flexors can work a lot, so if you need to stretch one leg out, stretch the other leg out. Nice. Now from here, we're going to bring our feet down to the ground. And we're going to work on a little bit more of a chest lift. So you're going to interlace those fingers behind your back, your head. Elbows are going to slightly lift. We're going to lift up our shoulders. Feel like your head is heavy in your hands. Now this time I want you to feel like you're rolling the marble towards your pubic bone. And your brain is just like, what? And I mean it. I want you to really roll the marble to the pubic bone. Ribs are heavy, so we're keeping a little space at the lower back. And then let that head stay heavy as you roll down. Let's try that again. Exhale, lift up your shoulders. Feet are light. Work on sending that marble to the pubic bone, hugging in on that low belly, and then inhale down. Let's just do that a few more times. Inhale, exhale, lift up those shoulders. And then inhale down. Good, now we're gonna hold this one. We're gonna lift up those shoulders with an exhale. You're gonna release your head, arms to the sky. Reach for your thighs, grab your thighs. Lift your chest a little bit closer to your thighs, but try to keep sending that marble to the pubic bone, so find that. Ribs are heavy. Now feel the lift. Hold this lift right here. As you bring your arms back up, fingertips to the sky, keep holding the lift as your hands come behind your head, and inhale down. Let's just do that 2 more times. Inhale as you exhale, lift up those shoulders, extend your arms, reach for your thighs, grab your thighs, lift your shoulders higher, marble to the pubic bone, feet are light. Now hold this lift you just found. Hold it as those arms go up, behind your head, and inhale down. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, lift up those shoulders. Extend your arms. Find your thighs, grab them, lift up a little bit higher. Keep fighting for that marble to the pubic bone. Hold the lift as your arms come back up. Feet are light, hands behind the head. Inhale to roll back down. Very nice. Just take a moment to breathe. Now we're going to start to find a little bit more rotation here. So find your legs are still, hands behind the head. We're going to lift up our chest and then take your right armpit over to your left thigh. Try to keep lifting through the left shoulder. And then we're going to inhale down. We're going to go to the other side. Lift the chest and then twist. Left armpit over to that right thigh. Now see if you can look at your hips. Keep them level as if you could balance a cup of coffee right there. Inhale to come down. Exhale, lift and twist. Over to the left, maybe slice your arm across that thigh. Try to keep your hips level. Inhale down. Exhale, lift up. Sink a little bit more into that right rib cage. Inhale down. Now we're going to lift up the leg. Left leg comes up as we lift and twist. Good. Rib cage heavy. Left shoulder is up though. Inhale down. Other side. Lift, twist. Over to the right. Lift up that right shoulder. Good. Inhale down. Exhale, lift, twist. Now hold it right here. I want you to extend the left leg, bend the left leg. Keep doing that. Try to keep lifting up your left shoulder as you're twisting over here to the left. And I want you to hold that left leg straight, and I want you to pulse it up and down. Little pulses here for 3, for 2. Now hold that and then pulse your arm up. Slice it across, lift your left shoulder, sink onto that left rib cage for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, hand behind the head, come down. We're gonna go right for that other side. Big breath in. As you exhale, lift, twist over to the right, slicing the arm. Extend that right leg and bend it. Now again, you're lifting your right shoulder, you're sinking onto that right rib cage. Now we're gonna hold the leg out and we're gonna pump it up and down. Try to see that your hips are still level. Now hold the leg, pulse the upper body. Lift, sinking onto that right rib cage for 3, for 2, and 1. Hand behind the head, come on down. You can do a little windshield wiper with those legs. We're gonna take it into the classic Pilates series here, the classic abdominal series. So I will offer modifications, but we're gonna kind of flow through it. It is to build endurance and to give you a sense of progress as you notice where you are today and as we keep going with this. All right, so legs are gonna come into tabletop. You're gonna find yourself with your head, let's start with the head down. You're gonna take your right leg out to 45, hug your low belly in, ribs stay down. Inhale in, left leg out. Hugging that belly in as you extend that leg. Now, holding a chest lift is an option here. The classical form of this is to pull the knee in as the knee comes in as you shoot that leg out. We do a little bit more of an exhale through that mouth, a little forceful breath. Hug your shoulders down. If your neck starts to hurt on the front, just lower your head down. Good. Let's do one more each side. Now pull those knees in. Hands come behind the head. Shoot those legs up to the sky. Left leg goes down. We got a little scissor kick here. Pulse, pulse that leg down. Pulse, pulse. Feel free to keep supporting your head. Feel free to lower your head or pull the leg in. Pull in as the other leg goes down. Little pulse, 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 pulse. I want you to think about really pointing your feet or really flexing. We're gonna do that one more time on each side right here. Pulse, 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 pulse. Bring those knees into your chest. Now from here, we're going into our crisscross series. So chest up. You're gonna shoot your right leg out, right armpit, left thigh. Bring the leg in, left leg goes out. Left armpit, right thigh. Keep your chest lifted as you go through the center to the other side. Try to keep your hips level. We're gonna go slow, one more time on each side. Then option to go a little bit faster for 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9. Make sure your head is heavy in your hands. Hips are level. Think about really pointing or flexing that foot. We're here for 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Knees to the chest. Last one here. Start with your head down. Really important to roll that marble to the belly button here. Legs are going to go out to a 45-degree angle, back in. Now, if this is hurting your back, angle your legs up a little bit higher to the sky. The lower you go, it's going to challenge those abs. Your back might not be ready. Now, see if you can do that with a chest lift. The classic version is arms stretch away as your legs stretch away. And then you circle, little ball, reach out, circle, lift the chest, little ball. 2 more here. Good, last one here. Stretch, and then bring that in. Hug your knees. Rock it side to side. Take a moment to breathe that in. If you feel free, if you feel better, do a little windshield wiper motion here. Good, breathing through that, maybe stretching those arms overhead. Nice. Now, while we're here, I want you to bring your feet in line with your hips, relaxing the head, rolling the shoulders back, palms are going to face down. Good. Now we're going to work on a little bridge here. So we're going to lift our hips straight up, and then I want you to feel like you're rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Unravel that tail at the bottom, okay? Pop your hips up, roll down. Let's add in the arms. As your hips lift, arms lift. Stretch your arms overhead as you roll your hips down. Really feel like you're reaching your sit bones
to the back of the calves and then the back of the feet, the ankles. And then arms come up, hips lift. And then stretch your arms away. Reach your hips long as you peel that vertebrae down one at a time. And then we pop our hips back up. Arms start to stretch over as you roll your hips down. All right, now we're gonna stay up this time. So inhale, lift up your hips. Let your arms come down by your side. Now from here, we're gonna go, hips go halfway down, lift. We're not rolling anymore. It's keeping a nice neutral spine, almost like you have a rod up and down from like your shoulder blades down to your tail, keeping it the same. So we're going hips up, half down, hips up, half down, lift. Lift, good. Just a few more. Relax those shoulders. Now if this is hurting, pinching your lower back, don't lift your hips quite so high. Now holding your hips up this time, little pulses at the top, up, 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 up. Good, press into your heels. Feel like you're magnetizing your thighs a little bit closer together. They don't have to touch, but a lot of times they press out. So kind of holding them in line with your hips. Now hold your hips here. Go ahead and roll down your spine. We're gonna work on a little bit of single leg work here. So we're gonna take it back up, lifting up those hips. Now keeping a bent knee, we're gonna march. Left leg is gonna lift up into tabletop. Set that foot down. Right leg is gonna lift up. Good. Now, as you lift up your left leg, really push into your right heel. Try to keep your hips level again. Inhale down. Think about pointing or flexing your foot. So having intention there really works up the body and helps to engage more muscles throughout the leg into the core. Good, so I'm pushing into my left foot to lift up my right leg. That's gonna help keep the hips level. Push down into your right foot. Now let's hold this left leg up here. We're gonna take the left leg, shoot it out, bring it in. Shoot it out, bring it in. Now your work here is to keep those hips level, so keep firming into that right leg, pushing into that heel. Now we're gonna hold the leg straight. Bring it back up to the sky. Hips go halfway down, up. Halfway down, up. If you need to take a break, lower down and join us again. Maybe you just need to lower this leg. Now hold the leg up, pulse it, little lift. Really pushing into that right heel, reaching your left heel for the sky. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, hold the leg up, roll down your spine. Set that leg down, just give yourself a little shake, shake, shake. And we're gonna take it back up into that bridge. Nice breath in, exhale to lift. Let's take it back into the marching. Start with the right foot. Right leg lifts, push into that left foot. Lower it down. Push into your right foot to lift up that left leg. Good, lower it down. Now we're gonna hold the right leg up this time. Hold it up. Keep pushing into that left heel, firming into that left leg as you shoot the leg out and in. Every now and again, glance at those hips, try to keep them level. You'll notice one side's a little harder to do that. So just kind of slow it down on that side. This moving leg, really point the foot or flex. Nice, now we're gonna hold the leg out when you get there this time. We're gonna move the leg up to the sky, hold it here. Hips go halfway down and up. Halfway down and up. If you're really tight in the hamstrings, it's okay to bend that knee. Lift, lift, good. Now we're gonna hold that leg up and little pulses up. Really feel like you're reaching that heel. Now hold it and roll down. And then let that foot come down. Take a moment there. We're just gonna go back to that bridge we did at the very beginning. So as you lift your hips up, arms go up. As you roll your hips down, arms stretch over the head. And then pop your hips back up, lift. Hugging through the inner thighs a little bit. Roll down, keep reaching your sit bones long. almost like I'm kind of tugging on your tailbone. Hips up, pulling your tailbone away from you. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, stretch it, and exhale. Good. And from there, give your knees a hug. Maybe you want to take a little happy baby. Just allow yourself this moment here. Now from